Jason here, and we are in our 4th week of the 6-week series, Spring Cleaning for Your Body, Mind, and Soul. So this week is all about environment, which is usually where we start off with the whole spring cleaning thing. And but in this series, I started off, week 1 was all about spring cleaning your bod from the inside out, and I gave you 6 tips on how to spring clean your diet. And then week 2 was all about harnessing the power of exercise to spring clean your body. And then week 3 was spring cleaning for your mind, and I helped you with stress management and why stress isn't necessarily bad for you like so many of us think. And speaking of spring, I just have to take a moment and go on a Miranda tangent and talk about the weather, because it's it's springtime and it's like, I swear not 10 minutes ago it was pitch black out there and I was like, meh, I don't think I'm gonna do any videos today. Pitch black, like thunderstorms, crazy rain all over the place, thunder, like no, you know what? It's a good day to go to bed. And it was. Now, see, I'm confused. So anyway, now it's like beautiful. So hey, happy spring. That's what spring's all about. I feel like it's so bright out there, it's like cutting my head off. Anyway, we're gonna have some fun with that. So let's get into it and talk about the environment. Now, so when I talk about environment, what I mean is your home, where you live. If you live in a house, if you live in an apartment, if you live in a shack, if you live in a car, whatever, if you live in your office, which probably some of us do, right? So when you walk into your space, whatever it is, when you walk into your space and it's like cluttered and filled with toys and stuff on the floor and the laundry hasn't been folded and all this stuff, and it just feels like stuff that you have to do. And so what do you feel like? I can't put words in your mouth for you, but I can tell you what I feel like when I walk into that. I feel like somebody just sat on my chest and knocked all the breath out of me. And I know what that feels like because sometimes small people often do that. So I don't really like that feeling. So as an alternative, what does it feel like when you walk into your house and it's like, oh, maybe the cleaning lady was there earlier, and you walk in and everything is like totally neat, tidy, everything has its spot, no dust on anything. It's just got this feeling, right? So what do you feel like when you walk into that room? It feels like it gives you energy instead of sucking it all out, right? So that's what we're going for, because believe it or not, your environment is super important for your energy and your quality of life, and often for your health as well. So, which goes along with the whole package. So, what can we do about our environment? I have 5 tips for you today, but before I tell you the tips, I have to give you a disclaimer, because I know what it feels like to walk into a house and be like, oh my God, like what is all this stuff? I have 2 sons. I have a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old, and I'm like, when I'm looking around the room right now, there's like a bin of toys right there, and one over there, and one over there, and it's all put away nice and neat, but it's like stuff, and the living room, it's like they were playing with word cards and it's all over the floor. So it's really hard, if not impossible, to stay on top of this. Now, I have some friends who their house is like completely immaculate and they have kids, and I have no idea how they do it. So I am not the end all be all. when it comes to environment. But I can tell you what works for me, and you can take it, come up with your own ideas and add to it. Now this stuff does honestly, cross my heart, work. So take it and run with it. So principle number 1 is to share your abundance. So for instance, for example, what does that mean? I have all these toys, right? The kids don't play with all these toys, but I kind of feel like, what if they want to again? Or what if they're missing them? Or you know what? I just feel guilty if I put them in the garbage. I don't want to put like more plastic in the garbage. Or you know what I mean? Like it just makes me feel guilty to throw stuff away that's perfectly useful, right? And this is a huge trap for a lot of us. So what you need to do is share your abundance. So, take pictures of your perfectly good items, whether it's toys or clothes or whatever, and put them on your Facebook groups. Who wants this? You pay for shipping. Or maybe you have a local group and you can say, who wants this? And they can just come over, you leave it outside on your doorstep and they come pick it up. If you feel like you want some money for it, you can sell your things on eBay. And that concept has expanded. So now there's tons of different sites where you can sell your goods. I'm just still stuck on eBay. And even Amazon now, you can sell your own things. So there's lots of options. And if you don't want to sell online, and you want to donate to something, but maybe you're not a member of a lot of Facebook groups or whatever, then just Google it up. Go on Google, get on your computer, and ask, where can I donate old prom dresses? Where can I donate my, bridesmaid dresses? Because those are nice dresses, right? But you're never going to wear it again. So who would benefit from it? What about old sheets? Like, they're perfectly good, but you don't like them. Or maybe they even have holes in them and you're never going to use them again, but you feel guilty throwing them away. ASPCA takes that kind of thing, old towels, old sheets, things like that. Maybe old pillows too, I don't even know, but you can Google it up. So there's all these different things that you can do with your stuff. You just have to take the time and put the energy into unloading all that stuff. So that's principle number 1, which is share your abundance. Principle number 2 is the timer principle. Now this is similar, if not the same, as the Pomodoro principle, if you're familiar with that. And let me tell you, I've been using this before I even heard of Pomodoro. For years, with all kinds of things, I use the timer principle. So when you don't feel like it, and you don't feel like you have a lot of time, then here's what you do. You just set a timer. You can set it on your smartphone. Back when I first started using this principle, I had like the little timer, the little silver timer on my kitchen stovetop, and I would set it for 10 minutes. And whatever I was working on, I would just focus on that for 10 minutes. Like, don't go anywhere else. This is just 10 minutes. You can focus on this one thing for 10 minutes. So whatever that one thing is, if it's cleaning up a bookshelf, like organizing some books, or donating some books, like choosing what books to donate to the library or the bargain bookshop or whatever. Going through the kids' clothes, going through the kids' toys, old picture frames, going through your sheets, vacuuming, anything that you feel like you need to do that you don't want to do is what you use this principle for. Now, a lot of times, once that 10 minutes is up, we've created momentum and we can keep going, which is awesome. And sometimes when that 10 minutes are up, then you don't feel like you want to continue. You're like, okay, that 10 minutes is up, I done, that's it. So it could go either way, but no matter what, you've done 10 minutes, and that brings us to the next principle. So principle number 2 was the timer principle. Principle number 3 is the dent principle. So what does that mean? Basically, either with the 10 minutes, or say you have spent all day on Sunday just like going through stuff, getting rid of the, kids' clothes that don't fit them anymore, putting up new pictures, doing the laundry, folding it all, putting it away, mopping, vacuuming, oh geez, going through old papers and doing some shredding and all this stuff. You did all this stuff, went through your jewelry, threw out old makeup. Oh, it's a lot. Whatever, you like went down the list and knocked it out of the park, right? And then you wake up on Monday morning and everything's a wreck. It doesn't look like you made a dent at all. And I'm here to tell you, you did. You absolutely made a dent. Whether you just did all that stuff that I just mentioned, or even if you just got through 10 minutes, you made a dent. Our minds are not set up to see subtle changes, so we're not going to notice until it's a little further down the road. So when we don't see the changes that we want, it's really hard to stay motivated, and often we'll quit because, like, what's the point? I just spent all my time and energy on Sunday cleaning and organizing everything, and I don't feel like there's anything to show for it, right? But I'm here to tell you that there is something to show for it. You made a dent. You are on your way. So I say this with fitness too. Don't focus on the results. Focus on the action that you are taking. Focus on the action that you're committed to taking. So maybe that's 10 minutes a day. Maybe it's 10 minutes a week. You are making a dent, even if you only do 10 minutes a week. It'll take a lot longer to actually see results. But if you keep going like that and you stay committed to the action, the results are inevitable. Maybe I should say that again, because it's kind of true for everything in life. If you stay focused on your commitment to the action that you are going to take, the results that you want are inevitable. So, you have made a dent. Just hear my voice when you get to that point and you're all frustrated. It's like, nothing even changed, and I just did all that. It did change. You've made a dent. So, principle number 3 is the dent principle. Principle number 4 is the emotional attachment principle. So say that one of your friends who you absolutely adore bought you some purple pants that have holes in the knees and maybe one on the butt on purpose, and they're really cool and they're hip, and you absolutely hate them and are never going to wear them. But you feel like you have to hold on to them because your awesome friend gave them to you. I promise you that if she is really your friend, she doesn't want you to hold on to them if you don't like them. You can donate them, give them away, go back to principle number 1, share your abundance. So this is just an example of the trap we get caught up in. There's that kind of emotional attachment of, well, this person gave it to me, so I have to hold on to it. Absolutely not true. There's this toy and that toy and that toy are still useful, so I can't give them away. And that's not true. Your kids are probably not even going to miss the stuff. So I'm talking to myself as much as I'm talking to you. My kids are not even going to miss this stuff. Get rid of it. Anybody want some toys? You should come on over right now. Hit me up in the tribe and tell me if you want some toys. Seriously. Anyway, so you know what I mean though when I'm talking about that emotional attachment. It's like I can't let go of it because I use it once every 50 years. If you don't need it, get rid of it. And you've heard some of these little rules. If you haven't worn it in a year, then pass it on. I don't follow that one because I don't know. I end up wearing everything, so whatever. But if you like that one, if that one sounds good to you, then go ahead and use it. The reason that I don't use that one is because with 2 babies and getting bigger and smaller and bigger and smaller again, it's like I'm rediscovering clothes. So I don't follow the 1-year rule. So maybe 5 years is a good rule. And I don't have a ton of clothes in my closet, and I'm going to tell you why when we get to principle number 5. But I just want to make sure that you get principle number 4, which is the emotional attachment principle, which is a trap that tells you you have to hold on to stuff when you don't. And the easiest way, I think, to get past this is to literally pick it up, hold on to it, look at it, and say, why do I need this? And if the answer is because so-and-so gave it to me and that's all you got, you don't need it, all right? If the only answer you can come up with is it's still useful, that's not going to cut it either. Out it goes, right? The reason why you hold on to things is because you love them and you enjoy them, or because they have some practical use and you actually use them, like a hammer. Now, a hammer, as dull and boring as it might be on its own, you could decorate it. I mean, make it something that you love and you enjoy, you know, hammering nails into the wall. Who knows? You know, wrap it up with ribbons and put some sequins on it. Have some fun. Anyway, I think my husband wouldn't like it if I actually did that, but it does sound fun. Anyway, moving on. So that's principle number 4, emotional attachment. Principle number 5 is to get more information. So, as I said, I am not the end-all be-all when it comes to environmental cleaning. However, I recognize how important it is, and the principles that I'm sharing with you are principles that I have found to absolutely 100% work, and they probably ring true for you as well. But it doesn't end there. Find out what else is out there. Like, Google it up. Like, Google clutter and see what you find. You know what? I really like feng shui. Google up some feng shui if you want to find out more about it. It gives you like a fun way to organize your house. And the idea is that the energy, it all like flows smoothly one area into the next. And I think it's pretty cool. I find that it's a little bit tricky with the toys. Anyway, whatever. Find some books on the subject. Now, at this point, we've all heard of Marie Kondo's book. What is it? The Magic of Tidying Up? The something. Oh, God. I'll put it. I'll link to it. Anyway, but I actually wrote this video script well before that book came out, but I have read it, and I did use it to like find what makes me happy. And that's actually why I don't have a ton of clothes in my closet. It's like, pick it up. This doesn't really make me happy. Take it to Goodwill, give it to a friend, so on and so forth, and now I barely have any clothes. So that's a new thing to work on. Anyway, so apparently, according to Bob Proctor anyway, the universe abhors a vacuum. So if you do purge a bunch of stuff, you're making room for things that you want to come in. So since I purged my closet, more new things that I enjoy are coming into my closet, including these pants. So check these out. It's like, I got like mesh on there. Oh, Lululemon. I got anyway. So the universe abhors a vacuum. I kind of like that. So Marie Kondo's book, The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. Thank you. Sometimes that happens, right? Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. I've also enjoyed Feng Shui, Declutter Your Home with Feng Shui by Karen somebody. Here I go again. Right, I'll link to it in the comments below, in the description of the video. But there's all kinds, the point is that there are all kinds of books out there that, you know, read them, they're fun. And I think that decluttering and organizing and cleaning, I know my friends who are watching this won't believe me, but I actually do find it fun. So get into it, and in case you didn't feel like taking notes throughout this whole video, you don't have to worry about that. I have got you covered. I created a PDF that you can grab for free that has all the notes written out for you, everything that I went over, and some extra tidbits. So you can grab that over at MirandaMatthewson.com/SC4. So spring cleaning week 4, basically. MirandaMatthewson.com/SC4. And, you know, have fun with this. I would love to hear how you're doing with this over in the tribe. So if you're not in there, you can easily just come on, join us at MirandaMatthewson.com/tribe and let me know what works for you for decluttering, if you have some tips that you can share with us. Anyway, enjoy your spring cleaning, and I will see you next week for our 5th installment of the spring cleaning for your body, mind, and soul. All right, see you then. Bye.